You know, 5 years ago, my dad and I set out to make us all millionaires. It almost killed us. But look where we are now, right at the crossroads. This is the ground that we could come good on that promise for my guys. Can we keep it? I believe we can.
I don't care what people think. I'm gonna get an awesome contraption running. Whatever struggles we've had so far to get to this point, we gonna improve. We'll dig gold now just as good as 100 years ago.
For 2 seasons now, Tony calls all the shots because I have nowhere else to go. Now's the point where we have to start fighting for new ground and freedom, because the season ain't over.
In the freezing gold fields of the Klondike,
I think we got a chance of pulling this off.
the Hoffman crew has somehow to scrape more gold from their frozen ground.
Do not shut that frickin' plant down.
To secure their future on a claim that could make them all rich.
I can't get this ice through the grizzly bars.
Parker Schnabel's crew is determined to leave.
Everybody's wore out. Everybody's tired.
The 20-year-old mine boss has to win them back.
We can go buy our own ground.
To get the gold he needs to buy his own Klondike claim.
This could be mine. My own empire of dirt.
And Tony Beets battles the Big Freeze.
Hurry up. Let's go.
To get his 75-year-old dredge.
Let's see what the thing will do. Go!
Catching Klondike gold.
There's that gold in there.
3 crews.
Yeah!
Seeking a fortune.
Tell us what we got.
A future.
I call that a success.
And freedom.
I mean, this cleanup right here is...
Oh, my.
Winter has already begun its long freeze in the Yukon. At Scribner Creek, Parker Schnabel's mine is shut down. His crew has had enough of mining and Parker for the season.
I'm just trying to pack up my tools so I get headed home.
Is Parker a good boss?
You really want to go there? I don't really want to, honestly. I really don't. I screwed up and said too much on camera before once, so.
He's still young and ambitious, but there comes a time when you've got to pick up on somebody else's wisdom. Everybody's gone south but us. Maybe we should have went with him.
This season, Parker's already mined 2,060 ounces of gold. Bam! Worth $2.5 million. Twice what he got last year. After hitting their goal, his exhausted crew decided to head home.
We've wiped your ass for 2,000 ounces all season, and now we're empty.
Everybody's wore out.
But next year, Parker desperately wants to be his own boss.
I need a better deal.
I really don't give a
With him, my wings are pretty well clipped.
To buy a claim of his own, he needs at least another 400 ounces of gold. But he can't do it alone.
These guys have had a hell of a long season, but I need them on board if we're gonna do this. Hey, Mitch, do you guys have a minute? Yeah. So, I'm not happy with myself, and I know you guys aren't happy with me. I know my communication skills are pretty piss poor, so I apologize to you guys for that. And that last meeting. I may have gone a little overboard, but I want you guys to know that it's not just more. You know, we're trying to get set up so that we can have our own ground. And so that's why we're going to try to push, if you guys will stick with me, for another 400 ounces. Because I don't like the way that things are headed with Tony, you know? Every year it's something else, something else, something else. Pretty soon it'll be something we can't deal with or we can't afford to give up. That's why I'm asking you guys to stick around.
What if the weather takes a dive?
Well, I mean, the weather's the weather. We can't dictate that.
You know, we're all wore out, Parker. We've had a tough season. Every one of us is ready to go home.
I know you guys are. And I know you guys have busted your asses. But we can go buy our own ground and not have to deal with Tony.
What is your plan? How are we going to do this?
I think that the ground that we've got open will damn near have what we need. So I'm thinking that we sluice out what we've got open, we'll walk away. But I can't do it on my own, you know? I need you guys to be behind this. If we can just push through one more week, what do you reckon?
Yeah, let's go get it done.
Let's do it. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
We're all exhausted, but another week, we can do it.
You know what we're doing? Let's go get all the ground we've got opened up, sluiced.
Parker's convinced his crew to give him one more week, but they need to mine 400 ounces, almost double their best weekly gold haul.
We're gonna be able to find 400 ounces. Everybody just has to give it a good final push. That's what needs to happen.
At McKinnon Creek, the Hoffman crew also faces an uphill battle. They need 1,300 ounces of gold to secure their claim for next year. But all their ground is either mined out or frozen solid. Their only hope is a muddy, gold-rich cut that almost swallowed up Dave Turin's D9 dozer earlier in the season.
Well, we haven't been in here for a while. We left this cut at the beginning of the season. There was so much mud that our dozers couldn't handle it. I hated to abandon this because I know what the drill results are under here. I know there's good gold. There's $27 to $31 a yard. Looks pretty mushy. Whew, it's pretty soft. We got to figure out what we're going to do next, but I got a big pond full of mud.
Last week, the Hoffmans hit their goal. 1,000 ounces, worth $1.2 million. Then, claim owner Peter Tallman offered Todd the chance to return to gold-rich ground, but at a steep price.
Go get me 300 ounces, and you got a deal.
Ooh. They scraped up every last yard of thawed pay dirt.
We pulled everything. There's nothing left.
But it wasn't enough.
I'll pull that 48 short.
Now, their only option is the unminable swamp.
I can't get to the gold that's under here. We pretty much lost the battle.
Todd, Dave, you got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead, Todd.
I got a little surprise for you.
Yeah, 10-4, I'll be right there. Done. I hate the idea of leaving gold behind.
We're not done on that cut. I'll tell you what, it's gonna be awesome. Andy, you got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, bring her in. Dave, I got a surprise for you.
What'd you bring?
Here it comes. Ha ha!
Holy crap! That thing is huge!
I know! The biggest dozer in the Klondike, Dave.
Frickin' thing's a super dozer.
Yeah, dude, I borrowed it from the neighbors, but dude, we have till the end of the day today to get that dirt out of that cut into the plant.
The 900 horsepower Super Dozer weighs over 100 tons and has a giant 20-foot wide blade.
Dude, how much can that thing push?
About 45-yard pushes.
Oh, that's like 3 times the amount of that one.
Yep.
That's a dozer.
Jump in there and kick some ass. We can get that pay dirt out of here.
I'm rolling. Nice job.
We gotta hurry up and get that pay dirt out of there.
All right, let's do it.
And they let us borrow it for 1 day only. But let me tell you, I think that's all it's gonna take, 1 day.
You know what? I know how to mine, but Todd Hoffman can make a deal. Wow, this is gonna take some getting used to. This thing is huge. I feel like I'm on top of the equipment world now.
All right, we'll see what this thing's made of, man.
All right, 10-4.
The last time Dave tried to get to the $30 a yard pay beneath this swamp, he almost lost his D9 dozer.
All right, here goes nothing. Wow. Come on. Woo!
How's that, buddy, huh?
This thing is awesome, dude. You made the right choice on this one. With this machine, I think we got a chance of pulling this off.
The Super Dozer weighs twice as much as the D9, but with its wider tracks and almost 3 times the horsepower, it has no problem moving 45 cubic yards of sludge with every pass. The Huffman crew is back in the game.
Yeah, look at this thing.
At Eureka Creek, Tony Beats' ancient dredge is high and dry. He's almost out of time to get it up and running.
Let's go, guys. We need to get this thing floating. I really have to get this thing running before the winter. Get $1 million of this. I like to get out of here successful. Well, guys, there she is.
6 months ago, Tony bought the dredge for $1 million.
I want to move this thing in a big hurry.
He ripped it apart, piece by piece, dragged it over mountains, and reassembled it. But when he finally tried to float it,
fire it up.
One of the pontoons sprang a leak.
Whoa!
The dredge started to sink, forcing Tony to drain the pond. Now he has to find the leak, fix it, and quickly refloat the dredge, or his dream of catching gold like they did 100 years ago will be on ice until next spring.
We did check them out, but we could have easily missed something, or we could have wrecked something by putting them back together. So you can have the best intentions, but it does happen. This is a boat, so to speak. I mean, if we got one leak, this thing don't float, there will be no dredging. No dredging, no go.
I'm gonna go down and see if I can find the leak.
Okay, go have a look there, see what the problem is.
Well, yeah, there's about 6 or 8 inches of water in here. See a little, oh, probably leaking right in that corner because all the mud's washed out.
Jerry quickly spots the problem, a 10-inch crack along a seam.
Oh, man. Anyway, well, let's get the in there and fix the thing. Weld it up and go try it again, I guess.
Tony only trusts one man for the crucial fix, his son Kevin.
Okay, Kevin, let's go.
I got it, guys, but who else is gonna do them?
It may not be much fun welding down there, but it's gotta get done. So, in he goes. Kevin, have a day, okay?
Yep.
Fire up that welder, too. You got rods down there, Kevin?
Nope.
Yeah. Okay, there you
yeah,
go.
looks live to me.
In the hole, bingo. Good, good. See the crack?
Yeah, that's a crack about a foot long.
You think you can weld that up?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's annoying. Not the end of the world, but a real pain in the ass.
Okay, hang in there until we're done.
Everybody watch out. There you go.
You ready, Kevin?
Yeah. It's a little rough and ugly, but it doesn't need to be pretty.
Good. Close the lid. I'll go open up the pond, let the water in.
Came out nice. Hope she holds.
Tony once again opens the floodgate.
We gotta get that gate open as soon as we can.
Allowing millions of gallons of water to pour into the dredge pond. It'll take 24 hours to fill up, and for Tony and crew to see if their fix has worked.
This could delay the season, all right? So this far from funny.
At Scribner Creek, Rick Ness and Greg Remsburg load pay dirt from the berm cut. They've reluctantly agreed to push on in the cold for their young mine boss, Parker Schnabel.
This is my third season working with Parker. He never has liked to call it quits at a reasonable time.
Parker's promised they'll mine the easy ground in the berm cut for just 1 week. But getting 400 ounces in that week has Parker rethinking his plan.
Where are we going?
I think there's an area that's even richer than the berm. I mean, you can kind of see it from right here. You know, the ground's been getting better as we work upstream, and see where the berm, like, cuts way back in, right? Dead straight into the valley from here. It doglegs out up there. And I think a few good days in a dozer and we'll be able to get it open.
I'm having a little bit of a hard time understanding what you're talking about.
Parker's given the crew his word. They won't have to open up new ground.
You know, is this something we want to chase?
Oh, we have to.
Do you want to go put a bunch of effort into something that we're not going to get to? I mean, I think there's enough pay right through here to make it the rest of the year, but
yeah.
I mean, it's just if you're going to have time, things are going to hold out here long enough to go up and get it hauled. That's the kind of the big unknown. I mean,
if we're going to get away from Tony, we need something big. And to me, this is it. I think it's going to be big gold.
It's not worth spending the effort ripping.
We're just going to do it, Gene. That's the way it's going to be.
Whatever.
Parker's going back on his promise.
I understand Gene's concerns, but we're sticking around really trying to push for this extra 400 ounces, and I think that if it's as good as I think it is, it'll put us well past that.
Parker heads a half-mile upstream in the D10 to break ground on the new dogleg cut.
I'm hopeful that it's going to be good, but this season we've had the greatest group of guys I've ever worked with, and you know, they're wore out. You know, nobody really wants to be here. I hope I'm not burning any bridges by doing this.
At McKinnon Creek, the Huffmans are struggling to get another 48 ounces of gold to lock up their claim for next season. Dave Turin hunts for pay gravel with the biggest dozer in the Klondike.
Hey, we made it! I'm down to pay.
That's freaking pay dirt. We're back in business.
Yeah, this thing's working now. It's amazing.
After moving 5 feet of sludge in just 1 day, Dave's hit pay gravel.
I'm ripping now, buddy.
I'm gonna get Andy and the rock trucks down here now.
Woo! Look at that thing, Todd. Right through it. Well, here you go, Andy. You got pay. It's all riding on this cut. That's all we got left.
That dozer's pushing through it good, though.
And that's what's important.
Get her to the plant, see if we can run this stuff.
The Hoffman crew begins trucking what they hope is gold-rich pay dirt to Monster Red.
We're able to run. That's the good thing right now.
It's just banging. Dave Sherman, you copy? Can you come down to the wash plant? I think we got broken springs on this shaker. Hold off, Kevin. Shaker sits on these springs. That's how you get this whole shaker effect. I think a spring are broke. We don't need that right now.
Monster Red shaker separates rocks from the pay dirt by vibrating 745 times per minute. It's precisely balanced on 8 springs, 2 in each corner. One of the springs has broken, causing the shaker to hit the platform below with every vibration.
Holy crap-a-roni, man. We can't run this screen this way. This thing will absolutely tear itself apart.
How bad is it?
It's bad.
It's not gonna bounce right, is it?
Won't handle it.
Dude, I cannot believe this. Oh, you're freaking kidding me.
What a way to end it, man.
All right.
Without the shaker, there'll be no more gold. But the Huffman crew is in luck. Jim Thurber has found one extra spring that came with Monster Red supplies.
Is that it? Is that it?
That's it?
Yeah! Get it up here, man.
But their problem is far from over. To replace the broken spring, they need to raise the 9.5-ton shaker. With no crane, mechanic Steve has to improvise.
What do you think, Steve?
I'll jack this shaker up.
Okay.
We'll get it just high enough, pop that spring in there.
You think it'll fit?
It'll be close, man.
Careful. Okay.
Steve crawls deep inside the crippled shaker with a simple jack designed to change the wheel on a truck.
You okay, Steve?
Yep, I'm ready to go up when you are.
Dude, you're getting it. Looking good. Whoa, hold on, Steve. You're up against the wash box.
The top of the shaker is hitting the wash box above. Steve has only been able to raise the shaker 4 inches.
Dave, do we got room to get that spring in there?
I got room to pull the old one out.
Holy cow. Look at that. That thing's in pieces.
The broken spring is out, but the gap is too small to install the new one.
This is something I really didn't need. So we're gonna pull up short again. I can't live with that again.
I gotta get this up.
Dave has to somehow squeeze an 11-inch spring into a 9-inch space.
What do we look like, Dave?
Well, we don't have the room.
Let's see if I go this way.
I want this land so bad I can taste it, and I don't want to lose it.
Grab that hammer, I got this.
Oops, sorry.
The only way to get it done? The Yukon way.
Get a bigger hammer, Steve.
Brute force.
Yeah! It's in!
Todd, we got
It's
it in.
You're freaking kidding me.
No.
So what do we got to do?
Slow her down. Get my bottle jacked out of there. Fire it up.
All right.
Monster Red is once again ready to wash rocks.
We're fixed. Let's hope this thing stays together now.
This is it. If you get tired, you call me, you get coffee, whatever it takes. Get the dirt through the plant.
Let's do this, you guys.
They have enough pay dirt for one final run to keep their gold-rich claim at McKinnon Creek next year. The Huffman crew needs a total of 1,300 ounces, worth over $1.5 million.
See if we can get some rocking and rolling.
They're still 48 ounces short, and the temperature has dropped below 22 degrees. To stop Monster Red freezing up, they have to keep it running.
I'm not gonna quit until all this dirt's ran.
Water's on its way. Generator's coming on.
Roger that.
I thought that plant was toast. We're not gonna shut this thing down until we get our goal.
Sage, conveyor! I'm turning the feeder on.
10-4, Dave.
We're up and rolling.
At Scribner Creek in the Yukon, despite freezing conditions, Parker Schnabels opened the new Dogleg Cut. Now, he has his foreman, Gene Cheeseman, building an access road.
Everybody's wore out. Everybody's tired. We've had a good year. You know, here we are out doing something half-assed instead of doing it right the first time. That pisses me off. It's not the way I like to do things. It's all a bunch of
Half a mile downstream, the rest of the crew digs out the last of the easy pay in the berm cut. They're not happy.
Yeah, I thought that the plan was that we were going to finish off here with the berm cut and call our season. I mean, we're all tired. I'm tired. And I guess I can still feel my fingers. Just sit here and deal with the cold.
It doesn't really matter what I think. It's really hard to work when there's been trust broken.
How's it going?
Good, man.
Take this excavator up to the Dogleg Cut. We need to dig a test hole and pan the bedrock.
It ain't getting any warmer.
It's just kind of the last push. I really think that it's going to be good ground up there. We've found a lot of good gold as we've moved upstream.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thanks, Rick.
Yeah.
Rick drives his excavator up Gene's new road to the Dogleg Cut to dig a test hole.
We're hopping over a whole bunch of ground to go after this little piece that Parker seems to think is going to pay off really well. It ain't giving up easy. It's really rough ground here in the Dogleg. It's tearing my bucket apart, so I'm going to have to sit here and try to dig all this out.
I'll try a pan. Pretty bony bedrock, huh?
Yeah.
Parker needs to find good gold to prove this new cut's worth mining.
There's some gold in there, and that's almost 40 flakes, which is pretty damn good, but they're tiny. It's just weird to see. They're all real fine. There's not one coarse flake in this pan. I mean, going off the number of colors, it's some of the best ground, but they're tiny. I can't help but think that with that kind of bedrock, it's just going to be like a sluice box, you know?
Yeah.
Sinking down in there.
But it's nothing special to me. It's
Well, let's do it.
Parker. This is, you know, this is a waste of time.
The last-ditch effort here.
Whatever.
Parker decides to mine the Dogleg Cut anyway.
First pay dirt. Sending it up to the plant. We're gonna knock this Dogleg thing out and get the hell out of Dodge.
With his crew ready to quit, Parker's staking everything on uncertain ground.
You know, this cut can make a difference. It's definitely worth the risks we're taking. Good boy.
At McKinnon Creek, the Huffman crew has been feeding Monster Red for 26 straight hours. They need just 48 ounces, worth $57,000, to lock down their gold-rich ground for next year.
We're just gonna make the best of it and get everything we can.
Hope we can pull it off.
Dude, there's a lot of ice in this pay. It's not good. It's not even going in, it's just jamming up. This is bad news. Logan, you copy? I need you to get over here and give me a hand. See if you can start knocking some of this stuff through the grizzly bars. Do you copy?
Yeah, I'm on my way, Kev.
Logan attempts to force the frozen dirt through the grizzly bars.
I can't get this pay through here.
It's all frozen like this. I think we're gonna have to shut down, dude. You copy, Todd?
I heard you, and we are not shutting down. Repeat.
Do not shut that plant down.
I guess I don't have anything else I can do but keep trying. This right here is impossible.
Holy cow.
It's about half ice.
It is.
It's heavy. This ain't gonna go through.
It ain't going through.
Nope.
Kevin, is all the pile like that?
Everything.
Man.
This ain't good.
Well, maybe run it over. If I get the dozer, I'll just walk it out, spread it out about a foot deep and run over it. And then hope it's small enough to get through the plant. And I'll just crush it.
I mean, all we can do is try it.
I'll go get the dozer.
Hurry.
We can't afford to shut the plant.
If we gotta run our dozer on top of our pay, then so be it. That's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna come out of here short. We're not doing it.
Okay, coming in.
Dave's plan: crush the chunks of frozen pay dirt in the D9 dozer to get every last yard of pay through the grizzly bars and into the plant.
We are so close. Every ounce is gonna matter. If I can get it small enough, we got a chance.
Let me walk around, take a look at it. One there, some here. This ball here has been broken up. Overall, we got probably about half of the ice squished.
It's working?
Yeah, so I'm gonna get Kevin in here for a scoop.
All right. Kevin, take what's behind me, try to get it through the plant. 10-4. I hope I got it broke up small enough for you.
Hey, it's starting to go through the plant now, Todd. Looking good.
10-4. You still see ice balls here and there, but overall, got a lot of it out. I see more pay dirt going through the plant. I think it's starting to work. It does sound crazy, it's pretty unorthodox, but anything to keep us running all night, we're gonna do it.
At 4 a.m., Kevin loads the last of their pay.
There goes the last bucket.
Their future depends on what's in the sluice box. If they get less than 48 ounces, they won't have their claim next year.
If we got the gold in there or not, you know what? It's out of our hands now. That's it.
At Scribner Creek, Parker's crew runs the last pay dirt through the wash plant. Parker will soon find out if he's got the 400 ounces he needs to buy his own Klondike claim.
Hey, Parker, dim it here. I have no more pay. Hey there, youngster.
Well, that's the last of the pay, huh?
That's it, my young friend.
That's the season. Whatever's in the hopper.
Let's see what we got for gold, huh?
Yeah, let's do that.
It's a heck of a day in the Yukon. That one for the last time. That one for the last time. That one for the last time.
The exhausted crew is relieved their season is finally over.
It's good to be the last one. You know, it's what we've been looking for. Everybody did a good job and busted their butts getting finished, you know?
And Grandpa John has come to join them for the final cleanup.
Oh, look who that is. Hi! Hello! Hey, Grandpa. Oh, it's good to see you.
Well, I tell you, what's the forecast for shutdown?
Well, you just missed it by an hour.
Oh! You mean for the year?
Yeah. You didn't come over and take a look.
Let's go. I want to see this.
It's a little warmer in here.
Whoa, yes! Hi!
Hey, John.
Ooh, look at that. Money, money, money. They're gonna be here a while.
We caught it. It's not getting away from us.
Wow, that is a big pile. Ooh! That's too heavy. How much ounces?
30.
Ooh, that sounds like you're a winner.
Maybe.
Some of it's Tony's.
Well, I know that.
20% royalty now.
20? Again, another rise?
Hopefully we don't do too good. It goes up to 25.
Is he that greedy?
Well, why don't I go show you around a little bit?
I'd like that.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, I've got gold on the stove.
I'm really happy to be here to see how he's doing. And I suspect he's done well. Yeah.
I mean, this is the final goal of the season right here. And one thing that's nice is my grandpa's here to, you know, see it and be a part of it. And that means a lot. I mean, he's the reason I started all this. Right here is more than 3 times I got my first season mining Big Nugget with him.
Parker has another day's worth of concentrate to clean up. Then he'll find out if he has the 400 ounces of gold he needs to buy his freedom, his own Klondike claim.
I hope we've got the gold. This year it's money in the bank so that next year it's gold in the ground. Want a shot?
At Eureka Creek, Tony Beat's 75-year-old dredge is finally floating. After investing over $1 million and 6 months of grueling work, tonight he'll find out if she can catch gold.
So you're gonna make it run, eh?
Yeah, we're gonna give it a try, Funky. See what happens. Right?
It's about time, you know.
I see no reason why that thing wouldn't dig up $1 million next year.
That better.
This damn thing better run tonight. You gotta be some disappointed if it doesn't.
With snow on the ground, this is Tony's last chance to bring the dredge back to life.
Okay, now full speed ahead.
If he fails, he'll have to wait till next year to see if his dredge can catch Klondike gold.
Roll, Kevin. Pull, pull.
They shouldn't have let me drive.
Anyway, guys, let's get on board. Let's see what the thing will do. Fire up the generators. Let's fire it up. Let's fire it up. Yep.
The dredge has power. For the first time in 30 years, she's ready to go to work.
Now, is it ready to go?
Tony fires up each system, one by one. First, the heart of the dredge, the 9-ton trommel.
There, bingo!
The trommel rotates flawlessly, ready to separate worthless rocks from gold-rich dirt.
Isn't that cool or what? Right up the stacker. Pretty clear.
The 85-foot stacker is ready to dump the tailings off the back of the dredge.
It runs!
That's awesome.
The one part Tony's never tested is the 24-ton bucket line, a chain of 72 cast iron buckets designed to chew through the dirt and unearth Klondike gold.
I gotta do the winches because I'm gonna get him to lift it up. Look. All right. Let's lift it up, Jerry.
Tony takes command in the wheelhouse.
We're gonna lift this up first.
Yeah.
Then we'll shut the winches off.
Okay.
And then we'll bang, bang, bang. How's that?
That's a good idea.
First, Tony has to raise the end of the 60-foot-long bucket line from where it rests on the bottom of the pond.
That thing is shaking, that's good. You need a hand?
Well, I don't know how. You do it.
This one?
Yeah.
Jerry!
It help.
Okay, now pull a little bit tighter.
The winches still have the power to lift the bucket line.
Pull them more. There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. Pull it up a bit more, Put the brake on. That's good. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's fire up the bucket. Let it go.
It's in gear.
Okay. Let's go. Good. Fire up. Good. There you go. That is awesome.
The bucket line works without a hitch.
I mean, that thing hasn't done that in 30-some years. Isn't that cool or what?
The dredge has come back to life.
Is that good on it?
Cool, huh?
There they come. Isn't that pretty slick or what? Look at that mouth full of water. You see that?
The Viking ship is ready to scoop her first Eureka Creek pay dirt.
Okay, guys, we're gonna get some dirt. Let's let it down a little bit. What do you guys think? Let's get some rocks in there, okay? Let's do it. Okay, we're gonna lower down the bucket ladder, so we actually gonna dig some dirt. Anyway, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Pull it. Just wait till that first bucket comes up, that'll be cool. Hey, look at that. That's it, you got dirt. And there she goes. That's the first bucket of dirt, guys. Look at that, nice big full bucket. Isn't that awesome?
At the beginning of the season, I asked you if you were nuts or not when you wanted us to move this.
Yeah, well, so have you changed your mind?
Yeah, and it's a reality now,
That
isn't
is good. Man, it is awesome.
Not many people can say they've done this.
Gary.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you a lot, man. Thanks a lot. Without you guys, it wouldn't happen. Oh, we never turned the pump on. Okay, Mike, I need a hand. Hey! Out of the way. Just keep it going.
The dredge can't wash pay dirt without water. Tony rushes to the pump.
Hey, fire up. Stand back. Water going through.
Water everywhere.
Let's go. Get that out of the way. You missed the hole, Jerry.
Water gushes out of a bad weld in the trommel spray bar. If water isn't getting to the sluice box, the dredge can't catch gold.
Yes. The water seems to be right. The gravel is coming through nice and even. For the first time running, I say that's just awesome. Look at that. Works just fine. I mean, that's pay dirt right there.
Despite losing water, the sluice box is still functioning. Tony can fix the leak in the spring.
It's a little wet, but yeah, it works. There's a big hole in the... Made it a lift.
Pretty cool. I say so, isn't it? That's your runs. What is that? Oh, it's a little wet there.
Next year we'll put some heat in here and it'll be wonderful.
Place to kick your feet up,
coffee pot,
and your pump's big enough down there. You could have a flush toilet, a shower, a jacuzzi.
Pretty good, man.
The monster comes alive.
No kidding.
At last, the dredge is working as she did 75 years ago. But Tony will have to wait a few hours to know if she's actually catching gold. In its best year, Tony's dredge recovered 5,252 ounces of gold, a take that today would be worth over $6 million. At Scribner Creek, Parker's crew celebrates the end of a long season.
Well, let's go inside and see how we did, boys.
Yep.
Come on, dog.
Okay, we'll go.
This cooler contains all their gold from 6 brutal months of mining.
6, 7, 8, 9.
What do we do with this little scale on this?
Every one of those is 100 ounces.
Oh, that's impressive.
Last week, Parker beat his season goal of 2,000 ounces, worth a staggering $2.4 million.
I worked all my life to make this much money, and it in 6 months.
With Tony's cut, that was 2,060.
Oh, Tony did right well. I'd say.
There's the reaction.
But he needs another 400 to buy his own claim and finally get out from under his landlord, Tony Beets.
So, since the last clean out, we've done this.
Oh, my.
And what is that?
That's 200.
Look at that.
That's another 200.
Here it comes again.
This is Parker's biggest cleanup ever. 478 ounces, worth well over $500,000. His goal for the season was an ambitious 2,000 ounces. The 20-year-old mine boss now has a phenomenal 2,538 ounces.
I mean, that's $3 million right there on the table.
Enough gold to buy himself a new claim.
I mean, this cleanup right here is double our best one, and all this is 2.5 times what we got last season. It's a damn good feeling, and I thank you all for it. The honest truth, I don't deserve it, but I appreciate every one of you guys sticking in here.
Okay, everybody take a jar.
Yeah.
It's one guy who I would like to thank especially. Thank you, Gene.
It's been a good year, Gene.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Gene, you are the best guy I've ever worked with.
Yeah, Joe. Good
Done a damn good job.
You know, I get up and put my pants on one leg at a time like everybody else. I just want to do the best job I can.
Couldn't ask for a better foreman.
Thanks, Gene.
Yep.
You'll have a lot of hands.
Parker has far exceeded his extraordinary goal and managed to keep his crew on side.
What this group of guys have done in the last 10 days, you know, it's makes me proud. I couldn't ask for a better group of guys to work with. I'm damn proud of every single one of them. I rode them into the ground to put that gold on the table. That group of guys can move dirt. They're a group of ass kickers right there.
Midnight at Eureka Creek. The dredge has run dirt now for 5 hours.
Let's go. Jump in.
Minnie Beats, Tony's wife, joins her family to find out if their 75-year-old gold factory can still catch gold.
Well, what do you think?
Pretty amazing, man.
You think $1 million well spent or what?
Hey, you know what I want to see, right?
What?
Gold.
I mean, we were running along enough now that there should be gold in them boxes without a question. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go down, shut it off. Whoa.
Tony lifts the bucket line and shuts down the dredge.
That should be good, Jerry. There you go, that's it. A hell of a run. Well, let's check if there's any gold in the box. Okay, good. Yep. Why don't you knock that one out down there? And I will take that mat out. Perfect. Taking some of the pay dirt out of the mat, and then we'll see if we got some gold in that damn thing. Off we go. Other side, Kevin. I'll do this one. Boy, awesome. I mean, that would prove to everybody that, you know, the whole system works now, wouldn't it?
Well?
That's not funny.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Jeez.
That's pretty cool, Tony.
Is there gold in there? Is there gold in there?
Super.
Look at that.
Wow, that is awesome. That's amazing.
Right?
The dredge is catching gold. It's already started paying for itself.
The fruit of your labor?
I mean, there we go, guys. We done it. We proved it.
And you got gold.
I call that a success.
That is amazing.
Okay, guys. That's it.
Thanks, Tony.
Hey,
Thanks, Tony.
This is the only gold bucket dredge running in North America. This is the beginning of likely years and years of dredging. This thing do 100 yards an hour. If we do 24 hours a day, it's $350,000 every week. If we run 5 months out of the year, we'd be at $7.5 million, right? Man, I tell you, you can hardly wait to get going.
At Scribner Creek, Parker's crew preps for their long trip south.
There's still some ground up there, and we left some pay on the pad.
What are you talking about? We pulled the pumps and everything already.
The pumps go back in a couple hours.
Dude.
I'm just
I
with
knew
you.
it.
I'm
I
just with you. Good job this season.
Thanks,
Good
buddy.
job this season.
Thanks, man. That's my gold share. That's nice, man. A bar. That's rad. Was not expecting that. I went from wanting to kill him to wanting to hug him real quick when he handed me that. I don't think I'm gonna let go of this sucker the whole way home.
At McKinnon Creek, Jack weighs the final gold of the season. Claim owner Peter Tallman joins the crew to find out if they've hit his target.
Hey, Peter. Hey, Peter, what's up?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Good.
Do well the last little bit?
We won't know until they weigh it up. Right now, the anticipation is killing us.
They need another 48 ounces of gold, a total of 1,300 for the season, to convince their claim owner to grant them a lease on McKinnon Creek next year.
Moment of truth, guys.
Peter,
Todd.
thanks for coming out, man. Guys, we thought we had it at 1,000 ounces, and you know what? It wasn't enough. We thought we were tired before, and now we're just shot. This has been a hard battle. Dad, why don't you show us what we got?
Guys, we needed 48. We have double, 97.
Yeah! Woo, there you go, huh?
Good job, buddy. Good job.
The Huffmans have mined 1,349 ounces of gold, worth $1.6 million. More gold than they got in all 4 of their previous mining seasons combined.
One word that would sum up my season would be thankful. Thankful for another shot at a dream. We couldn't have done it if you guys didn't take another risk with me. Hey, Peter, here's your cut.
And I am truly thankful for it, and I got something for you. And that is the future. There's another 3 years or more of gold and 6 miles of ground. Thank you, guys, for hitting that target.
Peter, thank you. What I hold in my hand right here, guys, is several years of mining. We got a lot of gold to go get right here on this map. Dad, hand their gold out.
What do we got? Steve! Here you go, bud. Server! All right, man. Andy.
Thanks, Jack.
Logan.
Thank you so much.
You bet, man.
In this jar is more than just gold. It's hope. This can change lives, and it's definitely changed mine.
Now, I can go back home to my dad, pay him back in gold, and say, we did succeed.
The Klondike season is over. Every gold miner has gone south. But before he leaves, Parker Schnabel takes his grandpa to see the land he can now afford to buy.
Oh, so this is the ground right here.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's 100 claims, and they've mined a lot of them, but there's a lot of benches, which, you know, those are sometimes the best gold.
I agree with that. What do you think you're going to do here?
I'm not sure yet, but we've got the option to buy our freedom.
I hope it's freedom you buy.
Me too.
Well, you never made a bad decision yet. I hope you don't make a bad one here.
I could show up next spring and be mining my own ground. It wouldn't be easy. It's tougher ground to mine. It's expensive, but there'd be no better feeling in the world than not being under anybody, you know, having our freedom. And it'd feel damn good. I mean, this could be mine. My own empire of dirt.
Ready? Let's do this.
Guys, Parker, Tony, Todd, we've just seen the finale. What do you think?
I thought the finale was great, and reflecting back to our teams and what we accomplished it's kind of emotional. It's good. It was good.
I didn't even realize that it was the first time that everybody's hit their goal.
Yeah, first time ever.
Wow.
Sitting next to Tony, looking at land for next year. Weird to watch together?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Tony's laughing.
Because he knows he's got better ground.
Tony, what did you think of seeing that dredge running?
You know what? When we finally got that thing up and going, hey, I don't think I've ever in my life had that much fun with my clothes on. Because once you get that thing going,
let's fire it up.
You set out to accomplish it, and the same as your 1,000 and the same as Parker's goal. It is always nice to see you reach that because you work so hard towards it. I mean, you live in a camp 6, 7 months out of the year, and then on the end of the day, if you win, if you accomplish your goal, yeah, that's a good day. Damn right it's a good day.
Isn't that cool or what?
It's an impressive feat, no doubt. I wouldn't have gone after it.
Right.
It takes a lot of balls to spend a pile of money knowing that, this year I won't see a penny back, right?
It's a long-term investment. Now, Todd, this is your highest gold total.
Yeah, it is. It's special for us, man. It's cool. Really cool. It was a great year for us.
Guys, we needed 48. We have double, 97.
Yeah! Ooh, there you go, huh?
I wanna dedicate my season to my dad, so he's sitting over here.
That's nice of you. Hit 1,000?
Yeah.
Dedicated to Jack.
Yeah.
That's great.
We may not have land, and it's just the two of us, but we're father and son. And together, we can conquer the world.
Parker, after watching that finale, who do you think had the hardest time this season?
What, crew?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody faced different challenges. I'm not going to say anybody's was tougher than anybody's else's.
They're incomparable.
Yeah. I mean, everybody has their own struggles,
What was your own your biggest struggle?
Probably not backing my guys when I should have at the end of the season there. I kind of railroaded them. I don't want you guys here if you don't want to be here. So come to me, I'll share you out, and you can leave. I didn't realize it was this bad. I'll hurt for that.
You were under a lot of pressure, and you may not have reacted well to that,
Yeah, it was tough.
It's not worth spending the effort ripping.
We're just going to do it, Gene. That's the way it's going to be.
Whatever.
Yeah, we found a bunch of gold, but, ground in the Yukon isn't worth a thing if you don't have a good group of guys to mine it, right? Really. And I should have thought about that then and not now.
So is your takeaway that your crew, it needs to be more important than your gold take?
I wouldn't say more important because we're running a business, but there needs to be, the weighting needs to be not fully one way or fully the other, right?
For me, it's my crew's always more important than anything else. My faith in my crew, and I love my guys. And you know what? I got freaking 1,000 guys that want to come work for me, as they're going to get a fair shake. And that's probably the stuff that Parker learned. You know what? It's easy to throw stones. When you're in those situations, we all make good decisions and bad decisions. And, I'm 45. I got a lot of mistakes behind me. I've learned from some stuff. Parker's young, and he's going to learn from that, too. Tony doesn't learn anything because he's Tony. But
he doesn't want to learn anything.
He already knows what he needs to know to get the job done.
He was born with full knowledge.
Tony, did you make any mistakes this season?
I hope so.
Big mistakes?
He hoped he would make one, but he didn't.
You want to make mistakes, so you learn from them.
They happen.
I wasn't paying attention. And then before you know it, you twist the out of something. Anyway, I'll fix it.
And then you deal with him. That's all you do. You do that daily.
Best move he ever made was when he asked Minnie to marry him.
Probably did.
Right?
Yeah.
Huh?
But how do you know I asked her and she didn't ask me?
Coming up, things between the miners get a bit testy.
Are we gonna get into this?
Just give me one.
No, I'm not gonna engage with you, Todd.
Parker finally reveals how he got his monster 478-ounce cleanup. How many days did you run to get that cleanup?
Oh, about a week, I think.
That's pretty good for a week.
To make things even more awkward, Parker and Tony look at some of their more heated exchanges.
Screw it. If you didn't like it to start with, you shouldn't have signed it.
Sitting side by side. Like, is there anything you just regret?
I mean, I'm a little bit more of a hothead than I should be, but...
Like when he called him that peephole. You mean that one?
I don't know who started calling him a Klondike legend, but it's more like Klondike. That's kind of an ingenious line. Even Tony will admit that.
And later, an old rivalry rears its ugly head. Parker, do you need to apologize to Todd for anything said in the past?
I've never met anything by it, you know? I mean, we're competitive. It's kind of a competition.
I'll accept your apology. We didn't fight that much this year.
All season long, I had the wrong number for you, so you couldn't text me and I couldn't text
Perfect.
you.
I still don't have your number anymore, so that's good.
That saved our relationship.
Do you two need like a moment here?
No.
All right, Crystal, we're rolling.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Parker, tonight you had just an amazing cleanup, 478 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how that's even possible. Tell me how that even happened.
Oh, my.
That's 200. That's another 200. Up at the dogleg cut, I wanted to see what was there. It ended up being some of the poorest ground we mined all season, but the berm where we left off was just, it was just phenomenal ground.
How many days did you run to get that cleanup?
Oh, about a week, I think.
I mean, 478 ounces. What'd you think of that cleanup?
That's pretty good for a week.
That ground was damn good, and that was pretty much all that was left there. It was just that little skinny little berm there.
And that was the only area that was thawed?
Yeah, and that's the thing that saved us on that ground, and Tony told me that before, is, you know, go down there where it's all virgin ground, you know, you'll find out how things are usually done around here. You know, you'll admit we've got damn lucky.
Tony, did you think Parker was capable of that big cleanup at the end?
Hot and cold, you never know. I'm glad he did, though. It doesn't matter how much drilling you do. It doesn't matter who you think you are until you actually mine it, have it in the hand. But, I mean, it is good to see that there's a chunk down there. Hey, I don't know exactly what way you dug it up, but it just goes to show that there is spots there that are well worthwhile mining.
Parker, in the end, I know there was some pain and suffering. You absolutely shattered your goal. I mean, I thought 2,000 ounces was totally insane. How did you feel going home with that much gold?
It was good. It was a good feeling. You know, it was a huge accomplishment. You know, I've got to hand it to Gene and the crew that they've, even though they probably didn't want to, they poured their heart into it, you know. It was a great moment with my grandpa up there.
Hi! Hello!
Or you can't take that away from me. And this cleanup right here is 2.5 times what we got last season. It's a damn good feeling, and I thank you all for it. I appreciate every one of you guys sticking in here.
That last cleanup, Parker, gave you a lot of options. But I think, you know, you and I have talked about it. Buying land is not as easy as people think up there.
No, and especially because, you know, it's very select few people that have good ground that I would feel comfortable making that big of a risk on. You're not buying land, you don't own the land, you just own the mining rights. If you buy a chunk of ground that doesn't work out, that's it. Like, you just put that money in a fire, you know? But it gives us options, and that is the first step, right? I think that Tony and I have both been happy with the way things have gone so far. I mean, we could have been a little more civil about it sometimes.
Well, hold on. Things did not always go well.
No, they didn't. But what I mean is that we've both made money, and that's why we're both
You have, but it was ugly at times. Let's be honest. Let's take a look back at some of it from this season.
I don't want to watch this.
When Parker first came up to the Klondike, Tony Beets was his mentor.
How many holes should I drill?
You're gonna have to drill as many as you need in order to get a cut. right?
Right on.
I mean, 10 don't do it, drill 20 of them.
But now, their relationship is all business. This season, Parker and his Viking claim owner have not seen eye to eye.
This is the kind of take it or leave it kind of deal.
That. I mean, if Tony wants me to mine his ground, then I don't even know if I want to go back to the Klondike.
Respect, yeah, that is earned. Not gonna get that pouting about it and whining about it.
Put the thing in, no more sluicing, hydraulic ripples. I mean, contract is a contract, deal is a deal, rules are rules. Off we go.
Whatever, Tony. That.
Take 2 feet off, let me know what you get. If you didn't get all, okay, then I it up.
Yeah, and I'm the one that loses the money, Tony.
Yeah, well, so that is just how it's gonna go. Catch you later, my man.
I have to make money too.
I mean, we're not in the business of leaving behind for the next guy. I mean, that's just not what we do.
Look, Tony, that's just the way we're gonna do it, all right? If you're not happy with it, then kick us off.
Yeah, I'm really not happy with that. Either you guys take it all and leave none behind, or take a hike.
I might as well take a hike then, because I have to make money too, Tony. I don't know who started calling him a Klondike legend, but it's more like Klondike.
Why don't you figure out the 1,500 and then I'll get 20 on the last 8 ounces? Isn't that how it's supposed to go?
Yeah, I forgot.
There you go. Good thing I didn't.
Screw it.
He's got an issue with the royalties. When you sign the deal in the spring, you know exactly what's going to happen.
If we can't meet somewhere in the middle, then I'll have to look somewhere else.
We really don't give a
Can't argue with a closed door.
First of all, I think, Todd, you should probably sit in between the guys.
I'm not gonna.
All right, so let's talk about it. I mean,
There's a lot of beeps.
A lot of bleeps. I don't love the bleeps, but I love the back and forth between these guys. I think it's an honest relationship. Parker, you did sign the deal, right? That had all those stipulations in there, right?
Yeah, and you know, when I look back at that, I think I probably should handle myself a little better, right? Because the deal's the deal. Why burn a bridge with Tony? You know?
Where does it come from? You just not wanting to have anyone over your head. You'd rather just be your own boss.
Well, wouldn't it be a natural thing for him?
I mean, that's
Tony
what my family's done for 100 years.
But it went from, Tony was your mentor to now Tony being kind of a thorn in your side.
Yes and no. I mean, that's a highlight reel to the fullest extent.
That makes it look particularly bad.
Right?
Yeah.
We have a functioning business relationship.
Right.
And I have a huge amount of respect for Tony because...
What do you want?
I've already got it. No, I've already got it. Look at where I've gotten because of the doors that Tony's opened for me.
Right.
Gone from finding 36 ounces or whatever, 34 ounces 4 years ago to doing that in some days now. You know, I owe that completely to Tony, right? Like, because ground is what makes or breaks a gold miner.
Now, is there anything in particular, probably in that tape, that you feel particularly bad about?
What are you getting at?
Like, is there anything you just regret?
I mean, I'm a little bit more of a hothead than I should be, but...
Like when he called him that. Beep hole. You mean that one? Is that what we're swirling around?
That's kind of an ingenious line. Even Tony will admit that.
That's the one that I would regret. I mean...
I did regret that after I said it. And I actually asked the producers, like, hey, you think you could, like...
Maybe cut that out?
And he's like, no. He immediately said, no, that's going in the
He immediately starred it.
Yeah, probably.
Highlighted it.
That disc got put in like a gold box and sent to London.
It was texted to London.
All this BS aside, I think Tony and I do have a good relationship, and 10 years from now, I have no doubt that we'll sit down and have some beers together and still be good friends.
Tony, you think that's true?
As long as he buys.
Cheapskate.
Cheapskate. Coming up, Tony's confident that his dredge will clean up next season.
Do we gonna get it going? Yes, definitely. Will it run for years? Yeah, I do think so.
But one miner has doubts that the Viking will catch nearly as much gold as he thinks.
I'll put 25 ounces if that thing does not do anywhere near what Tony's numbers are saying. There's no way.
All right, right now we're going to decide what season does the season end in just a brawl.
TV years is almost like 5 regular years. So we're going to look pretty old in season 12.
That's a good question. Who wins in a fight? All three of you guys. Just a Thunderdome.
Dude, you gotta go with the big dog.
Now, look, everybody knows that you guys have a little bit of tension, a little bit of history.
Well, nobody's gonna fight Christo, by the way.
I don't want anyone to fight.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, he does. You know what? I want to say right now, if there's anything like that I've ever said about Park or whatever that maybe was uncalled for or whatever, no, I can apologize for any of that kind of stuff because there's always a little bit of tension. There probably always will be with me and this kid. We're completely two different guys. You know, I'll apologize if I need to apologize, and I'm a work in progress for sure.
Parker, do you need to apologize to Todd for anything said in the past?
I've never met anything by it, you know? I mean, we're competitive. It's kind of a competition, isn't it?
Right.
I'll take that. I'll accept your apology.
That's
Just kidding.
It's like
I'm not asking him to say anything.
That wasn't even an attempted apology. I look at this no differently than talking crap on a basketball court. To me, there's no difference.
Right.
Right?
I'm gonna beat you.
Some of my best friends that I played basketball with, I was a foul-mouthed high schooler, and, you know, off the court, we were fine. They're friends, but I respected them, you know? You look at what Todd's created with Gold Rush and everything that he's done in the last 4 years, and it's an incredible accomplishment. You know, not too many people in the world can say that.
Hey, that means a lot. You said that to me. I appreciate that. Seriously.
That's the closest thing you're gonna get to an apology out of Parker.
Yeah.
You know what? But
it's true, too.
I'll take it. That was cool.
That's great. Parker, now, I know it might be a little uncomfortable, and we don't have to get nasty at all, but what do you think Todd did wrong this year?
I don't want to sit here and pick at his operation.
One thing you mentioned before.
Don't ask me that, because I'm not going to comment on anything, because he moved around a lot, did a lot of things. And
but moving the wash plant closer to your pay is one that is very controversial up there, right?
The problem is this, you got to understand something. I don't have water over there. I only have water in one spot. And I needed to stay. We made the decision to stay near our water. Next year, our plant's going to be at the other end of the property. We got to do some water piping for next year.
But is there anything you guys can learn from each other? I mean, learn from Tony? I mean, do you guys ever trade information off camera that we don't know about?
I've had 6 wash plants in the show, and some of those are used by other people sitting at this table. So, I mean, I'm good at bringing equipment to the table, logistics and things like that.
Are we going to get into this?
Just give me one.
No, I'm not going to engage with you, Todd.
Let's don't do it. Let's go. Let's end on the top.
Much good stuff.
Let's end on the high, man.
You want to stay high?
Yeah, man. Stay high. Let's go.
Can't give me.
He's from Oregon. Of course he does.
You can't give me what Parker should have done differently.
Oh, I'm not going to tell. Dude, every one of us has to make our own decisions, and how do we know? You know, from the looks of it, Parker really kicked some ass. He had some great guys. His problem's probably going to be next year to see if he burned bridges or not. As far as Tony goes, you know what? He just went out on a limb, man.
Every Viking needs a ship. That is mine. The monster comes alive. No kidding.
It was cool seeing it all come together. Whether he's going to build a mine as cheap as he says, I doubt it. But what the heck do I know, man? I grew up in the city.
Tony, what about you? Would you ever give Todd advice on things he should do?
Yeah, Tony.
What should Todd do differently?
Get up in the morning, go to work. Right? I mean, who the hell am I? We all do it different up there. The only thing that counts is on the end of the day.
Everyone does it different up there?
Yeah, pretty well.
You may say whatever you want to say about Tony, and there's people who like him, there's people that don't like him. But the way he loves his wife and his kids is pretty cool.
There you go.
For some of us, that's a big deal. I don't want to make him cry. He's pretty sensitive. Pretty sentimental guy.
We did learn
you know
he's
what I
kind
mean?
of a big teddy bear.
It kind of.
He definitely looks more like a teddy bear with the city beard, but the Claim beard is terrifying.
The thing is he probably wears that little vest when he goes to sleep at night. with pajama bottoms. Picture that.
I think only the best.
Just the best. Don't picture that.
Now, Parker, is there still stuff for you to learn from Tony? Or are you now in this landlord relationship?
I've seen Tony and his crew do a lot of fixes and stuff that's like, you're doing how, with what? And with, you know, some welding rod and a torch and just getting things going. I still learn quite a bit from him. There's a lot to be learned from everybody up there. You know, I really enjoy being in an area where there's a lot of different mines and there's all sorts of different styles and ways of doing things.
So, Tony, have you learned anything from me at all?
That's my favorite question so far.
What have you learned? Have you been able to pick up any few things like from my operation, Tony?
At some point, does it mean?
How to name wash plants?
Yeah. Dude, I'm the best at naming
Best at naming wash plants.
I'm going to name this plant right now. I'm going to call it Monster Red. Best flag over my wash plants.
You do have a giant flag.
It's part of the game.
Wait, what counts more? How much gold comes out or how big the flag is?
I'm not answering that.
I'm not going to go there. I think we're going to cut that out. That was mean.
We're shooting guns in camp. You're going to put that on TV? I don't think so.
Next Friday.
Some things maybe went a little too far.
Get the truth.
You're acting like a damn toddler, Rick. Who's that up there spying?
That's Todd Hopper.
On an epic season.
Come talk to us. Grow up there.
How much do you want to talk about?
Plus, a Klondike bombshell.
His time was up.
One key miner calls it quits. Gold Rush, The Whole Truth, next Friday at 9. And catch last week's episode on demand.